Thanks, everyone. It's really great to see great numbers again. As Chris was saying, something that both Chris and I have been working on for a long time, and it's taken us some time to really think about how do we want to go out to the market with this, is HCD Pro. From those 13 years, what we've heard year and year over and over again is this is all great, but I need a little bit more support. Both Chris and I have done mentorship for a long time, both volunteer, unpaid, as well as paid mentorship. But we haven't been able to hit as many people or gone out with as big a message as we wanted to. And what we're doing now is turning that idea of the meetups, of talks, of practicing what we do, into helping you build clearer pathways for your career, both as a leader and as an individual contributor. The skills that make you successful early in your career, even as a leader, and it's great to see some of the leaders here tonight that I've been speaking to lately. This is a challenge Pete, Jack have spoken to me about, as well as many of you, is that what is that next step? How do I move from an individual contributor up the chain? And also as a leader, how do I move forward? I need new skills. Most designers, regardless what kind of a designer you are, service design, research, content, there's new names popping up every day. They're taught how to design, how to practice that particular skill set. But what seniors leaders need, and this has been often the challenge for design, is other skills, commercial awareness. Do you understand the industry that we are in? Systems thinking. Could be design, could be research, could be service design systems, that real thinking. How do I influence my whole organization? How do I influence strategy at the highest level, not just with what my team is working on? And how do I measure the value of my individual designer, my team, and what we're here to fix in the first place? Design should shape organizations, not just the deliverables that we spend so much time on. But the industry lacks a standard for how to go about doing this. There aren't clear progression between company to company, even within a company, role to role. And there isn't that consistency around what are the expectations of a head of design, of a design leader, of a senior product designer, of a UX researcher. And Chris, tell us, how are we going to solve this problem?
Funny you should ask. We're going to solve that, to begin with, the Career Strategy Workshop. So this is a 2-hour session within the workshop itself, with 30 minutes before that to onboard an individual, and 30 minutes afterwards to do bespoke mentoring with that person. We're going to run through our new design capability standard, which is what and how you can set a benchmark to where you are in your career versus where you want to be. We're going to identify your gaps, and that, although that can be painful, that is where you grow the most. And the one thing that I really want to say is, and it took me too long in my career to do this, is you need to invest in yourself. Not in other people's training or works, in you. That's the one thing you can spend money on. It is the most return value for what you do. It's on yourself, because then that gets you a better promotion, gets you a better job, makes you grow as a professional. So the idea is that we look through this in depth. Every person has their own individual map that they put out. At the end of it, you walk away with this roadmap of clarity for your next role promotion and how you're going to get there. I wish I had that when I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago as a designer. It would completely change my life 100%. So we're going to do that very, very soon, on the 5th of June.
2 weeks.
2 weeks away.
In 1 day.
One day. We still have an early bird price for this one at $499. We think that's quite good value, considering there's about 50 years experience on this stage between the two of us. So if you're interested, please have a look at the QR, have a look at hcd.ae/pro, or come and talk to us afterwards.
So one thing to be clear, the workshop is 2 hours. In the week leading to the workshop, we will have a half-an-hour call with you just to understand who you are, what you're trying to achieve, what great looks like. And then after the workshop, the week later, we will follow up with that roadmap that you've created based on everything you do in the 2 hours. So it's not just the workshop alone. We're trying to, like I said, take 3 months of one-on-one coaching, which we've both done separately. And it's an experiment, right? You are hopefully going to be the first people to try it, and we will iterate. Obviously, there's AI, there's automation that's going to go into it, but we really feel, as I'm sure you all know, this is human-centric, and you can't just rush to remove the human. You need to understand why and when.
Yeah, we've barely scratched the surface on this because we want to get on with the good stuff we have organized for tonight, but please come and talk to us if it's something that even sparks your interest a little bit. So